right from Genesis 3 and onwards, it has been historical redemption. How God graciously is reconciling us to himself, breaking down the sin barrier between us and himself. Romans 5:8 says, "But God shows his love for us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died," and in the Greek, substitute for us. Christ died as a substitute for us. What did God do for us? Knowing fully well that we are undeserving sinners, he gave Christ his, according to John 3:16, his monogenes, his uniquely born son. He's not like any other son. He is God's uniquely born son, not of a man, but born of a woman, conceived by the Spirit, God's one and only son. He says he gave his monogenes to us as a substitute. God was not under some kind of ignorance about who you are. I didn't know your history as a sinner. All of us are born into this world with a sin nature. Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God." We have stopped short of having the absolute righteousness of this our God. Everybody who is born into the world, because we are all tainted with a sin nature inherited from Adam. So God did what we couldn't do. Because no one of us could have absolute righteousness, he took Christ, his son. Without sin, he lived a perfect life, and he went to the cross. And on that cross, God substituted. He imputed to Christ all our sins and took from Christ and gave to us who will believe in him the absolute sinless perfection of Jesus. So we got credited with the absolute righteousness of God through Jesus, and he got credited with our absolute sins. And so that on that cross, God the Father was now free. The justice of God was free to now judge Jesus on that cross.